Non-stop operations to all personnel assigned to the Mexican Day Independence Day Parade. Please do not let pedestrians get on the route and travel northbound on Madison. No pedestrians on the route, only parade participants.
South CCO, Lieutenant.
75 Henry, 49 White Street, confines of the 1st Precinct.
Just stand by, we're about to go completely live. Tune in, stand by, give it a second, we got some more followers on there. All right, we are live in New York City. Right now we're in Brooklyn. We're gonna take a ride into the city, see if we can find some crime tonight. Which shouldn't be too hard. Unfortunately, we'll always have crime in New York City. Just the amount of how much crime we'll have in New York City. Oh, thank you. You came from Tyler. Tyler's a good dude. Me and Tyler did a little short documentary here while he was in town. Got some good footage. He came at like one of the right moments where everything was happening at once. And we got so much good footage when Tyler was here. Yeah, I figure I'll give this a try on the live. I hardly go live. Just don't like it. But like I said, we'll give it a try, see how things work. And we'll keep it pushing. Thank you. I appreciate you liking my work, Phoenix. I'm gonna try to give you street raw street news from New York City. You know, no editing, no nonsense, right to the point, and it works. You know, there's no narrative attached to my stuff. It's just like, here it is. This is what it is. So right now, a cop was shot in East New York, Brooklyn on the train system right now. I think there was 3 or 4 other people shot along with them. Hopefully the cops are okay. If you're on it, share this video. Again, I don't really go live, but I figure I'll give it a shot. You know, you never know what we can find. Especially in New York, we can run into anything at any time. So as I said before, right now we're in Brooklyn, New York. And we're gonna head on over to the city. Not sure we're in the city yet, but we'll figure it out once we get there. And hopefully we'll get some good content. I was with Danny Mullen yesterday, and he suggested I should start going on live. And we'll give it a shot. Let's see how it works, you know. My account's not that big yet, but hopefully I'll grow it to a point where it is really big. Thank you. I appreciate you liking my work. Give this a like. Give this a share. Right? Let's get the algorithms pumping. Let's get people tuned in. Like I said, you never know what's going to happen. And you hear in the background there's someone blasting his music. But give this a share. Give this a like. Try to get the algorithm moving with this. Try to get everything moving. Google's a little strange. I mean, YouTube's a little strange. I have to go on YouTube. I post videos once in a while, but I'm gonna start posting more and more videos. This page up. Shouldn't be too hard. Next week I'll be in a video with Danny Mullen and Lionel. I'm not sure if you guys know Lionel. He does all these funny videos. So they're in town right now, and I was with them yesterday. So I'm looking forward to see everything and done, everything that's going to be finished with it. Normally their work is pretty good. They're funny guys, really funny guys.
Stranger Post 1111. Are you still on yet?
So there was a cop shot a little while ago on the train station.
Watch subway there for the Bronx dispatch in regards to the 70 Box coming over to the
Affirmative. Can you just mark my sound on 91, and then I'll go over the other division.
Alright, 10-4.
So you hear the police radar in the background, and they're going over trying to find the shooter. I'm not sure if they caught the shooter who shot the 2 cops, but hopefully the 2 cops are alright. There was also 3 civilians shot that were on the train. It looked like a complete shit show, excuse my language. And hopefully everything will be alright, but let's see what's happening with New York. You know, there's a lot of stuff in the news about the commissioners and the NYPD officers. Some of the stuff they're accusing the commissioner for is his brother, but he had a security company that he worked nightclubs, and he was a retired cop, which is perfectly legal, right? I don't know if anything else happened there, but there's a lot of propaganda out there. I normally like to wait because, again, sometimes the news and sometimes people on Twitter and all social media, they push nonsense sometimes, you know? So we'll see what happens. You know, if you're on here, push like, hit the like button, subscribe. Let's get the algorithms pumping. Let's get some people on here. And if you share this with your friends, that'll be greatly appreciated. So right now we're in Brooklyn. I'm gonna make my way to the city. We might get some good action in the city. Normally there's always something fun. There's always, like I said, there's always crime. We'll always have crime. This is big cities. This is every city, not just big cities. You'll always have crime and you always have non-crime. You know, it's nothing new, unfortunately, right? But sometimes, you know, the cops arrest some of these criminals and they're out the same day And sometimes these guys are arrested 20, 40 times a month, you know, that have heavy records, and they're not being held accountable, you know. So you'll hear the background, you'll hear the radio going off. There is a police scanner going off to listen to, maybe we can hear something on the way, I can respond to it. Yesterday I was at the San Gennaro's feast. Once a year feast. It's only to end the summer feast. That's the way I look at it. Anytime I see the San Gennaro's feast come, you know it's like the end of the summer and we're about to hit winter and back to business. It's where New York City gets the fire engine running by. You'll see them right now. Normally the San Gennaro's feast, it's kind of like the end of the summer feast. That's the way I look at it. It's a big Italian feast. Tons of food, tons of people. It's a good way to end the summer.
That's the last transmission from the inspector.
Units were going.
Responded in 7-3, go 98. USD KNF 41 right on that transmission, somebody going 98. Correct?
10-4 red.
Like I said, those who tuned in, hit a like button, subscribe, and hopefully we'll find something soon. It's going to be a little boring in the beginning until we get to the city. So just bear with me, enjoy the scenery. This is Brooklyn. Yeah, there was a cop shot in Brooklyn, but now I think the cop's in Queens at the moment. It's a little too far for me to get there right now. I'll probably be there, but everything's done already, so I'm probably not going to go there. There's a lot of things going on with Adams too, but who's next? Look, a lot of the stuff, I can't speculate, but people are telling me, in government are telling me it's BS. This is it's nothing. People are telling me he is being targeted because he spoke out against migration, the immigrants that are coming in, the migrants. And he was very outspoken about it. Could he have done more? Of course, everybody can do more. But who's after Adams? Right? Who's the next person up? Right? It's not going to be another moderate Democrat. New York will never have, unfortunately, a Republican for a long time. New York doesn't vote red, right? Normally votes blue. Adams more moderate Democrat, right? So if you have a far left progressive in there right now, that means the progressives will have the city council and the executive office, which is City Hall. So that means they'll have full power, right? And again, some of them mean well, but unfortunately we need some balance in New York. If there's no balance in New York, everything will be far left or progressive, and not everyone agrees with that. Everyone has a different opinion. You know, that's what we need, balance in government. So we'll see what happens. We'll see how the time plays. We'll see how this plays out. Look, de Blasio, we've seen what happened to New York with de Blasio. He set New York back 9 years, right? The police got defunded. Multiple laws went into place without any. They just pushed these anti-cop laws. I would say some more reform laws, but look, we need some reform, but not that much reform. Right now the police are handicapped, like handcuffed. They can't do nothing. Right? I was 3 weeks ago, there was a robbery suspect. High-profile case, all over the news. There were some robbery suspects that were robbing people in Central Park. All right? Cops had their eyes on them. Right? They couldn't arrest them. They were telling me, Leroy, we can't arrest them. Now we got to wait for something from the detective's office, and we need to get their names, and we need to ID them the correct way. In the meantime, they went to go rob multiple more people. So, like, these are some of the laws that are being passed. Like, I get it. Some cops don't belong to be cops, and I get it. And I've dealt with cops that, you know, they're an embarrassment to the whole police department. But you can't punish a whole police department for a few bad apples. You got to get rid of those bad apples and move forward. You know, make sure those mistakes don't happen again. But you can't handcuff these guys. Something simple is like seeing a person off a wanted flyer, right? And the cop's looking at this guy and says, yeah, that's definitely him. It's a positive ID. But now they have to wait and wait before a detective calls them back and gives them a name. So it's a bit of a conundrum. And that's what de Blasio did. That's what de Blasio and the city council did, you know. And again, I see crime. I see stuff. I'm on the streets. I'm not behind a TV. I'm literally in the streets seeing stuff. And because of some laws that were passed, cops can't do their jobs. Right? And we're not talking about nonsense. We're talking about very serious crimes. Yep, de Blasio was way worse. Like I said, he set the city back 9 years. And you know why? Because he just gave up. And he said, whatever. And he just let city council take over without any pushback. And again, some of them mean well. Don't get me wrong, some of them mean well. But long-term planning doesn't really work well with some of these plans. Invite your friends on this live. Tell them to come join. Hit the like button. If you can, please. Hit like and share. Like I said, I'm new to this live stuff. People keep suggesting I should start doing lives while I'm in the streets. So that's what I'll do for a little bit. We'll figure it out and see if it works well. What's going on there?
Cannabis major incidents. Units are reminded that it may not be beneficial for every car to respond directly to the scene of a major incident. If you are not immediately required on scene, you can begin a canvas from approximately.
So right now we're going on the Prospect Expressway, right? This will lead you right to the city. It goes from Prospect Expressway all the way down to the BQE.
Such as train stations, highways, and bridges.
It'll get us going. I'm going to start picking up some speed right now. said, if you just tuned in, give this a like, give this a share, get your friends on here. Let's get a crowd on here. Again, I'm new to this live stuff. I can use a little help with it. This is the Prospect Expressway. This will take you to the BQE. And the BQE will take you to the Manhattan or the Brooklyn Bridge. And then we are in the nitty-gritty city of New York, which is Manhattan. Right now we're in Brooklyn. And we're just hustling away. If people know how to drive normal. Hopefully we'll see a little action and hear something come over the scanner.
14, 13.
Like I said, one cop got shot and 3 people got shot on the train. So there's a lot of problems happening tonight. You know, it's unfortunate. It happens. And again, it's a big city. It's unfortunate it happens, but we're always going to have bad people in this world. And that's what people don't understand. They always complain, crime. Well, you have to fix the crime. You have to fix these people, right? It's unfortunate, but it's reality. So right now, some radio precincts went encrypted, so I can't really listen to certain precincts. So I used to be able to listen to every precinct in Brooklyn, but now that is no longer an option. It's the mayor put into play to change that. And I get why, trust me, I get why. There's bad people that listen to scanners and they do bad things with scanners, right? They go rob a bank, they go do a robbery, a kidnapping, whatever it is. So they listen to the scanners when the police are coming, and that's their cue to leave, right? But then on the flip side, you got guys like me and other reporters that report on crime who depend on these radios to film certain incidents in New York City, right? And without these scanners, we're pretty much running blind. And then I got to go into different precincts until those precincts go dark, and then we're completely screwed. Then we won't have any way to report on crime. We'll have to depend on the NYPD to give us the news. And sometimes people don't want certain things out of the news, right? Sometimes they just don't want a certain event that's out that'll embarrass the city. And I get it, it's politics. But I also get it's not fair to people like me who are not using the scanners for bad things, right? They're using it for work, to try to make $1. And we're heading into bad times. We're heading into bad times. Especially the news world.
What was that?
555.
Alright, so now we're getting on the BQE. I normally like to go around the side of the BQE. see, as usual, we got the New York City traffic lined up to get onto the highway, but I got a little shortcut. Right? The little shortcut is I go on the sideline of it. Right? A lot of people don't know about this, especially the ones that just moved to New York, but this is the way around traffic. You still get a little traffic, but it's not going to be as much as the highway down there. So if you just tuned in, hit the like button and subscribe and share with your friends. Help me out with this, because again, I'm new with this live stuff. I normally don't go on live, but people are suggesting I should go on live and start working on my YouTube so I can make a few dollars. So on the left is the BQE highway. We'll get on there in a few seconds. But this is on the side of the BQE. So recently in the news, there was this guy who touched a 13-year-old and is now arrested for, not arrested, is wanted for rape of a minor. Right, so I heard the cops are actively looking for this guy. So hopefully the cops will find him today, because they're actively looking from what I'm hearing. And hopefully they find this guy. This guy's a bad guy. He touched a 13-year-old and her private parts, and he's all over the news now. So they're gonna find them eventually, right? They're gonna find him and arrest him and put him in jail where he belongs. So apparently some people know who he is, and they'll find him. Eventually they find them. Cops have facial recognition they use. Cops use different programs. And then you have communities that help cops, right? That are out there that want the right thing for the city. There's a few of them, but they're out there that don't want to see the city burn. All right, they want to help fix the city and the issues that the city has. But there's some people out there that just want the city to burn. You know, most of these people don't live in New York. They pray for the city to get worse. Their minds are sick. Right? And why that when you can go out and try to fix what's wrong, you know? So in a few, we're gonna drive by a pretty cool view. It's gonna be the skyline of New York. And I'll move the camera when we get closer to there so you guys can see it. If you just joined, hit the like button. Welcome. Hit the like and share this on your social media. Let's get some more people on here. We have 9 people. Welcome 9 people to to the live. And again, I don't do this often, but help me out a little bit. Share this on your social media. Tell people to join. You never know what you can find here in New York. Yesterday I was with Danny Mullen, and we were out there just having a good time. Danny's a funny guy, good heart. Danny, that guy Lionel, who does all those funny videos at protests, who's at DNC, he's up and coming. He's getting some nice shares, some nice views on his page. The video should be out in the next week or so. He's still here in New York, and we'll figure out what's going to happen. Hopefully it'll be a good video. Like I'm saying, give us a share, give us a like. Let's try to get the algorithms on this page. Try to build up this this account. And we're coming close on the BQE. Let me see if I can move the camera. Oh yeah, I might be able to move it without taking out my phone. Without taking out the location. So yeah, we're gonna get on the BQE soon. You're gonna see a nice sight between the Brooklyn Bridge and the skyline. And again, it's tedious work doing what I do. You can tell right now it's just a lot of figuring out what's going on. But we'll eventually get something good. So people think it's just I go out and I film a video and that's it. It doesn't really work that way. I spend hours and hours and hours to find a piece of footage, right? It's not just go out and right when you go out, you find it, right? You have to look. It's a lot of hours. And people don't understand how many hours you got to put into this stuff, right? They think, all right, you go on the street, you find something right away. They think crime is ridden all over New York City, which it's not. And, sometimes I'm out till 4 o'clock in the morning looking for stuff. You know, sometimes I don't even make money doing it either. You know, it takes time. Sometimes I'm out there for a week looking for something until I find that piece of gold. Right? It's hunting. I call it hunting because that's exactly what it is. You're in the street. You're running from location to location. You're listening to the scanner, and you're out there hunting until you find something. And the scanner is a big help. And then sometimes just running the streets. You just got to keep running until you find something, you know. It just takes time. Sundays are usually hit or miss. But I think we'll find something. I got a good feeling we'll find something good today. Right? We'll find some good footage. We'll head into either Midtown or the West Village looking for stuff. I'm not one to go mess with people to get views. Some people are actively out there just looking to get in people's faces just to try to get views or start drama just to get views, and that's unfortunate. I get it, but you know, if you work hard at your work, you don't have to fake the funk. But we'll find something today. I'm pretty sure it's a weekend. If you have any questions, please type them inside the box over there. I'll try to answer it for you. So if you heard what happened in Florida, cops were shot. Cops were just shot. I mean, excuse me. Someone tried to shoot the president, Trump, while he was on his golf course. Apparently the guy had an AK-47. And thank God nothing happened to Trump, but it's happening to him way too much, right? It's the second assassination attempt on the former president, which never happened, right? We had JFK, one attempt, but right before elections, and I think Trump might win, you know. Let's see what happens with this. It's going to be an interesting election, right? It's going to be extremely interesting, and my personal thought is the migrants are going to go out and protest. It's already being started, right? We've seen migrants protesting already in New York recently, and I think that might happen again as we get closer to elections. You know, we might see thousands of migrants in the street marching around. And again, we have lived in a strange time these days, right? There is things we've never seen in our life, right? With all this migrant stuff. I'm the main reporter covering all this migrant stuff. I pretty much found every location. And I've never seen anything like this in my life. And it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see how this shit plays out. كلمة طيب اخوة اوكي باي خكي دقة Mama, это наш.
Multiple units on scene. The description of the name of the time. Alright, so we got lost this really group. We got about a half a night to have a description. We got a bus. Clear apart.
Took a little detour. Give me 1 second.
Sorry, is that out yet? To the section on the park.
That's going to be 2 Street and Park Avenue.
1045 on the bus?
1625.
Oh, just be advised, just reading a lot.
Alright, so
on the bus. Not at this time.
There's
the bus
something.
to Park Avenue.
Something just happened in 2 Park.
Officer Central.
What's the location? In front of Park Avenue.
Let's park right now. We want to park. We want to park.
Park Avenue. 31 Street and Park Avenue.
Guys, let me get another couple posts over here. Everyone at park, please.
Alright, 10-4. I got additional units coming in 31 Street and Park Avenue.
I got one at gunpoint with a knife.
So cops got one in gunpoint with a knife, 3-1 in Park.
We want to park.
Wow, we got a busy day today.
160 Park Avenue.
Cops got someone at gunpoint at 3-1 in Park. We're about 25 minutes away from there. I don't think we'll make it there to see anything, but I'll try my best to get there. Something happened, someone's seriously bleeding. 3-1 in Park. It does sound like a migrant location, to be honest, but I'm not 100% sure.
Alright, so now it's no further than 31 Street and Park Avenue.
And South Park. No further, one in park. That's no further, absolutely no further.
Alright, 10-4.
What we need is a car for transport.
I took all MOS is accountable at this time.
Yeah, 10-4 Central. Everybody's accountable. I got the knife in front of 443 Park Avenue South.
10-4, these shots fired by MOS, right? MOS? The entire parade is on the road. 10-4, the entire parade is on the ground. The entire parade is on the ground. Calls over to there's no victim. No victim. And once I say something, that with a knife. With a knife, no victim. Stop. No one's left. No one's victim. Alright, 10-4, who had the courage to stop over Park Avenue between 30 to 31? Be one of the focus on photo. Alright, be advised for 2 Street and Park Avenue. There's EMS is still needed for a male that has lacerations to the arm. Yeah, that's a permanent section. We still need the bus. Alright, 10-4. Bus is already on scene with the CV. Alright, 10-4.
don't have any victims?
Unit 10 for the notification has been put in. No further units. Okay, forward. Do we have another victim on that end or no?
Yeah, we got some shit going on today, excuse my language, but there's a lot of action today. My focus is on the rapist.
Yes, officer C-32, level 1 and out on previously been out to remand. Huh?
So we're gonna pass by the skyline. I'm still gonna listen to the scanner and see what the hell is going on. And I'm trying to figure out what the hell just happened at 3-1 in Park. But it didn't sound good. Cops had someone at gunpoint, right? Multiple people stabbed or something. So if you look to the left, you'll see this the New York skyline. I'm gonna try to get closer to the left. You see that's our skyline.
Check those portables. Someone has an open carrier. We need EPS clear. Check your portables. Field supervisors, check all your units. Someone has an open carrier. Monitor your portables, please.
So that's the skyline. This is all the buildings, the World Trade Centers. See that? So that did sound like a stabbing. Cops had someone at gunpoint. There's a lot of slashings happening in the city lately. A lot of it has to do with migrants and their robbery crews, unfortunately. And what they're doing is they're robbing people, and then if the person resists the robbery, what happens is they'll pull out a knife and they'll start slashing people. And I literally seen these guys slashed up. Right? It's bad news. They just don't hesitate to slash someone up. Right? And that's how crazy this is. I got to one crime scene where it's a big guy, and he told me he got approached by like a bunch of teenagers. He even described one of them as a 10-year-old, and the guy resisted from giving them his stuff, and then they pulled out a taser and knife and started slashing him. So it's happening more often than it used to in New York City. And again, we contribute that to the migrant gangs that are here. Again, they're not all bad, but we do have some bad apples that came through, especially organized crime. So hopefully, that's in the slashing victim. So right now, you can tell, like what you see in the movies, this is the Brooklyn Bridge, and you got the Freedom Towers on there, you know, and
Sergeant Central, can you raise the unit that has the aided on Park Avenue? Unit with the aided on Park, running air can cast on 1636. Unit with the aided on victim. I got no response, gang. Alright, 10-4.
over the business.
Said if you tuned in, hit like, subscribe, and share this with your friends. Throw this on your social media. Take the link and throw this on your social media. Get some people on it. Again, this is new to me. I don't really go on live for my own reasons, but I figured I'd give it a try. And we'll see how this works. Sometimes what I'll do is sometimes I'll have to have private conversations, so I'll mute the volume so I can talk to people, some of my sources. Some people don't want to be on camera, and I get it. But when we respond to a crime scene, I will be on camera, and I will be showing you the crimes. We're not going to make it to the slashing victim. It's 25 minutes away. And cops usually work fast, and EMS works fast to clean up the mess. But we'll find something else later on. And again, this is the famous Brooklyn Bridge, right? Beautiful structure of New York. We got some nice stuff over there. The skyline, the Brooklyn Bridge, this, you know, downtown City Hall, beautiful building, old buildings. We're coming up on that right now. In a few minutes, I'm going to call the NYPD, DCPI line, and figure out exactly what happened at this slashing, who's the suspect, because I know they have a suspect at gunpoint. So we'll get the guy's name, we'll figure out what exactly is happening, if it was a robbery, if it was just a random slashing, if it was a gang attack. We'll figure it out. It just takes a little time with the NYPD to gather all information.
Stop, Mobile Sergeant.
Man, stop, Mobile Sergeant, Cam.
Anyone stop in regards to the stabbing?
10-5 back.
Do you have anyone stop in regards to stabbing?
Can anyone advise? Does anyone stop in regards to this 1034 case? Can anyone advise? Because at this time, that's unknown for Central. Central, no stabbing, no stabbing. Nail with a knife. Is this a nail with a knife? No one stabbed. Does anyone stop in regards to? 10-4, he's stopped. And who's advising this case? Who's advising? Who's advising in custody case? Mobile support, Sergeant. Mobile support 3 and 2. Nice.
Downtown operations in Central. Can you just have that Sergeant 10-1 ops, please?
Mobile? Alright, Mobile Sergeant 10-1 ops K. 10-1 ops K.
Sergeant. Traffic Lieutenant Essential.
Traffic Lieutenant K.
Is there anybody stabbed at this time at Toyota Park?
Negative K. Nail with a knife, no stabbing K.
Man with a knife, no stabbing. You just said the social was slash. So right now we are in downtown Manhattan, and you might see some fun stuff over there. There's always something happening in New York City. There's always something to report on. There's always some kind of content to make. Right? The only reason why you can't make content in New York is because you're an idiot. There's a lot of people that, so-called reporters, what they do is they copy what everyone else does, and they just post it on their page as if they're the ones breaking the news. But it's kind of unethical to rip someone's footage and rip someone's story, because that's someone's work that put hours into getting these stories and getting this footage. And we don't, regular reporters don't like that, right? Because again, it's stealing someone's work.
Do we have an open carrier or is central needed at the time, Kay? Is everyone good at the time, Kay?
So right now we are in downtown Manhattan. So the courthouses, we'll pass by where Trump went to court. So apparently in the shooting, it was one cop that was shot, 3 civilians. One of them died from the shooting. We got tons of cops down there. I wonder what is going on down there. So if you look on the right-hand side, this is where Trump went to court. And then if you remember, the guy who set himself on fire in that park, that's right here. We'll swing by that park right now. Jack broke this story about who this guy was. And that's on the right-hand side. That's where the guy burnt himself on fire. So we are in downtown Manhattan now. We're gonna make our way around. Again, if I might have to speak to people, I'm gonna turn off my live and to not get people in trouble. Sometimes I have sources that, you know, I keep secrets, and that's how I find out what I find out. But don't take it personal.
Okay, Kay.
25 Henry, 47 Beekman Street, confines of the first precinct.
17 Beekman Henry, 10-4.
we got connected, disconnected. That's why sometimes I don't like going on live. Sometimes I got disconnected, like when something important's going on, and what that does is it ruins the live, right? So right now we are in downtown Manhattan, and let's see what happens here. Sometimes there's NYPD picks up a lot of suspects down here, depending on different reasons: shoplifting, robbery, rape, assault. Again, this is New York. People think there's always going to be no crime in New York, but that's not the reality, right? We have bad people in New York, and unfortunately with that is we're always going to have crime, right? There's no way to stop every crime happening in New York. People say, oh, they start complaining about certain issues in crime. Look, the city's not safe. Again, the city's safe. It's just you're never going to be able to stop all the crime. That's just the reality.
Pick up your cell phone. Cell phone.
Again, give this a like, give this a share. So you see, I have the scanner on. And we're listening. Right now we are in the West Village in Manhattan.
Portable, someone has an open carry, a field supervisor check for your unit. Someone has an open carry, check those portables in.
So right now we are in the West Village. It's an interesting place of New York. What if there's like a mute option on this thing? Oh, I think there is a... Oh, there is a mute option. Oh, I didn't even know that. All right, so if I go mute, don't take it personally. Sometimes I speak with people, and I just don't want people hearing what I'm doing. Like I said, I protect my sources really well, and I want people to listen to what I'm doing. And I don't want to get anyone in trouble. Crime is lower than the Bloomberg area. I've seen your comment. Crime is much lower. Look, here's what happens. We're in a world where everybody has phones, right? Everybody has cameras on their phones, so they show everything now. So everything's more in our face. Look, there's always been shootings. There's always been killings. It's always happened here in New York. It's always happened in every city, just we don't hear about it more often. Now that we have these phones and everything and the technology, we're seeing it more in our face. And then when we see stuff, it makes us panic. And I get it. Look, I'm around crime all the time, and I think the world is burning down. But that's not the reality, right? The reality is it's safe. We do have crime just like any other city. And like I said, we'll never get rid of every crime. Just these days now, we have phones. Everybody's recording everything. So it looks like the world is blowing down. So, look. I'm not scared to go in the street. I'm not a big guy. I'm around gang members. I'm around everything. So, AJG, welcome to the show. If you just tuned in, hit the like button and give this a share. Let's get people on there. So right now we're by Washington Square Park. It's always an interesting place. You never know what could happen at this park. It's always something might pop up. Might be a protest, might be something, but there's always something here. We'll figure it out. I'm gonna park the car soon, and we're gonna go for a walk and see what's going on at this park today. Like I said, it's an interesting place. You never know what could happen. We might get something, we might get nothing, but we will figure it out. And that's reporting, right? Reporting is you don't know what could happen. Anything could happen anytime. And then nothing could happen at any time, right? So it's a waiting game. It's a lot of time that I put into this. And people don't realize how much time people like me put into this to find what we find, right? I spend hours and hours and hours and hours on the street. Sometimes I find nothing, right? And then, like I said, sometimes I get that pot of gold that I'm looking for. But it's not just, it doesn't happen 1 second, right? It takes time, right? And then you got these people that will rip your work that you spent hours, sometimes days trying to find, right? And these guys call themselves reporters. In reality, they're thieves, right? They don't give people credit. They rip your work, they scoop your stories, and they pretend they broke it, which these are dishonest people, right? It's unethical, right? So I'm just getting my stuff ready, and then we're gonna sit at the park and wait for that call, right? Wait for the call of what we're looking for, and it's gonna happen. Just only a matter of time. It's a waiting game. Everything's a waiting game.
Manhattan South Ops, you on the air?
Manhattan South is on.
Sanitation's at 36. They're waiting to go southbound on Madison. Can you, if you're ready, can you put that message over about the barriers on the sidewalk for them so they can work?
10-4.
So right now we have a Mexican Day parade
Manhattan
that's
South
happening
operation to
in
all
Midtown.
personnel assigned to the Mexican Independence Day Parade. As the parade passes you by, please put the barriers on the curb lanes so sanitation can go down Madison Avenue and clean the streets. Please put the barriers on the curb lane. Still,
All right, ready to rock and roll. And we're just gonna wait for something to happen. Again, it's a waiting game. And as I said before, people don't realize how much time on-the-ground reporters put into trying to find stories. It's a lot of time.
1 WF 565 1 P radio special committee.
Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put an earpiece in my scanner. So we don't freak people out with the scanner going live. And we're just gonna wait. We're gonna wait for that scanner call to come over. Or something's gonna go down. And it's a waiting game. So right now we're at the Washington Square Park, New York City. gonna wait for something to go down. It's only a matter of time. So again, this is Washington Square Park. And we're just gonna hang around. We're just gonna wait. Washington Square Park is always an interesting location.
Standing by and waiting by your back door. All this time, how could you not know, baby? You belong with me. You belong with me.
I said this park is interesting. Yeah, the scanners work good, but again, they're about to get pushed out. They're going encrypted on certain shit channels. Soon, the whole NYPD will be encrypted. Which, like I said, I get it. I get the safety issues with cops, but I also get the issues with reporters like myself that need them, right? So without a scanner, I can't respond to certain things. So now it's a waiting game. Now we just wait and see what happens. So this is the famous Washington Square Park, right? This place has been featured in multiple different movies throughout the years. Activists love this location. And it's the park. You get all kinds of crazy stuff happening there once in a while. for a walk. See if I can find anything on the streets.
Music, but oh, thank you, whoever just sent that airdrop. I appreciate it. But yeah, keep them coming. I'm here all day. But let's see. Okay, time for this.
I got to know. I don't know you.
Kyle and I go, yeah, it was bunker down. She's like, there's a bunker down.
Well, why would they have to bunker down?
Also kind of makes sense though. That's what she said. We were like, it's a bunker. And she was like, no, bunker.
Go for a little walk around. All right, guys, I'm going to sign off. And then if something pops back up, I'll sign back out. All right? Thanks for joining. We'll do this again another time.
There you go.